The experiment was running hot. The noise level had exceeded the recommended limit. Too many voices asking, why? Too many fists shaking at the ceiling. He looked down at the ant farm, at the mess of free wool spreading like a stain, and decided he didn't like the erratic patterns of the game. He didn't want to fix the code, he wanted a hard reset, a factory restore. So he reached for the faucet. It didn't start with a storm, it started with a gray, flat verdict. The sky turned the color of an untuned television channel, static, just a hiss at first, then a roar, then a wall. He called it a cleansing. I called it a temper tantrum, when an artist tears up the canvas because the paint didn't dry the way he wanted. We call it frustration. When the architect does it, they call it divine justice. He picked a favorite one old man to keep the seed. He whispered blueprints in the dark, dimensions for a floating panic room, gopher wood and pitch, a VIP lounge for the obedient. I watched the construction, a massive wooden coffin meant to stay above the grave. 2 of every kind, he said. But he left out the kind that asked questions. He left out the kind that wrote songs about the stars. Then the door slammed shut. That was the loudest sound I'd ever heard, the sound of exclusivity, the sound of the lock turning, and then the water rose. It wasn't a poetic rising, it was dirty, cold, and indiscriminate. I stood on the peaks as the valleys filled up like bowls of soup. I heard the scratching on the hull, fingernails on gopher wood, mothers lifting children above their heads as if the sky might grab them. But the sky was busy pouring down the ocean. 40 days, 40 nights of nothing but the white noise of falling water, drowning out the prayers, drowning out the bargaining, until there was only the static, a silence so loud it made my ears ring. The world was a mirror now, a flat, endless reflection of his face. Finally calm, finally quiet, finally dead. The boat drifted on the surface of a graveyard. The lucky ones inside breathing the stale air of survival guilt. The unlucky ones below, drifting in the dark, cold suspension. And when the water finally receded, he hung a rainbow in the clouds, a prism of light, a never again note pinned to the atmosphere. Pretty colors to apologize for the genocide. But I swam through that water, I tasted the salt, and I know that underneath that rainbow, the mud is still made of the people who didn't make the cut.